When I unboxed this car, I hated it. It felt plasticky. We've talked about this in previous videos. Then I ran it, fell in love with it. It was so fun to drive. So then I thought I'd start tinkering. Well, I picked up some foam tyres, nice chunky wide ones to help try and put some power down. I've replaced the motor with a Hobbywing Quick Run 2850 4700 kV and the Quick Run 12BL 45 ESC. I've got to try and find a way to fit it all in with a new receiver with a gyro. I don't know how I'm going to fit it all in, but I'm really excited to see how fast we can make this thing go. So let's get playing. And what happened here, guys, was just an absolute nightmare. I tried every way you could possibly imagine to get it all to fit. And eventually, as you can see, by grinding bits down, turning the ESC on its side, and I was eventually able to get the receiver flat in the middle, but the body just would not fit. I cut a hole in the body, and then I realized that the hole that I was going to have to cut to make it fit was going to be massive, which means the body wouldn't be very strong. As soon as I rolled it, it was just going to graze along the ground and just break the ESC. So I've had to think outside the box. What I thought I'd do is have a quick look around and see if I could find an alternative, a different shell, something that would give me more room to fit things in, really. So a quick Google search, and there doesn't seem to be a lot out there, really, unfortunately. I know most cars you can get all kinds of different shells for, but for the Grom, I guess it's such a small car, it was very difficult to find anything. But I did sort of see a bunch of the Beetle conversion kits, and then I happened to stumble across this one at Wheelspin, the Pro line shell. It looks to have a sort of bigger cab, a more forward front sort of, or forward body that might just fit things in. So I guess we'll pick this one up and see how we get on. And there we have it. 3 seconds in YouTube time, but more like 24 to 48 hours in real time. We have it. So let's have a look. Okay, and here it is. Let's see if it fits. Oh, we've also got some tyres in there for another project. So let's get this open, guys, and we'll take a look, see if it fits. Still looks like it needs trimming. But do we think it will fit? Oh, so we're going to have to trim it to find out. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. It's much higher on this part here, so we'll get it trimmed up, see if it fits. Now, after what I can only describe as how not to cut out a shell, I couldn't find the scissors, went in with a knife, lesson learned, nearly lost 4 fingers. Anyway, I got it cut out roughly, needs tidying up, but then I hit the next problem. It didn't fit, still didn't fit. So I had to move things around. I've had to put the ESC in the center and tuck it all away and put the receiver on top of the servo. The funny thing is, if I'd have chosen this configuration in the first place, the original shell probably would have fit, but hey, we are where we are. So I'm not sure whether to paint this, guys. What do you think? Drop a comment down below. Shall I paint this? And with it all fitting, if you can call it that, I guess the only thing to do now is run it. Let's take it out and see how it runs. I don't think it's going to be significantly faster. We've gone from a 4500 kV motor to a 4700 kV motor, and the gearing is still stock. These Groms use 0.5 mod gears, and I don't have any, so I'm going to have to pick some up if I want to change the gearing. But I had hoped to run this on 4S, but I don't think this ESC actually can handle 4S, so we'll probably just be running it at 3S. But it is a slightly larger motor, slightly higher kV. Let's see what we get. Well, guys, what you can see from what little footage was actually of any use for what I filmed when I took this out, it was useless. It just wouldn't go in a straight line. It kept pulling to the right every time I put any kind of power down, and I mean a fraction of throttle. It would just pull all the way to the right and horse me into the curb. And then eventually, if I just manually corrected that with the controller, if I got any kind of power down, it would just backflip, somersault. It was absolutely atrocious. I got, I can't remember what I got. I think it was like 35 miles an hour or something. But it was just absolutely shocking. And I think it may be these tyres. I put these big tyres on there thinking I was doing the right thing, but honestly, I think there's too much play in them. There's a load of wobble here. There's a load of wobble in the suspension. I think it just needs a proper looking over, really. I'll put some sensible tyres on there, but we won't let that deter us. We will get these tyres sorted. We'll try and sort this play out. We'll take it out again. It looked like it was just not trimmed because it was just pulling to the right every time, but every time I checked it, it looked okay. The wheels were aligned, the trim was good. I don't know. I'm really at a loss as to what I can only think it's the play in the wheels, the back wheels here. They've got quite a bit of play, you can see there. So under power, maybe they were just twisting and pushing the back end out. The gyro, there is a gyro. Maybe that wasn't up, maybe the setting wasn't high enough. We need to tweak it. I didn't have an enormous amount of time to take it out, unfortunately, but yeah, it was a bit of a failure, but we won't let this beat us. Right then, straight back in. Tyres swapped, got rid of the big wide drag tyres, put some normal, thinner sort of tyres on there. Before I got this back out, or before I take this back out, I thought I'd check the steering. Let's just see what's going on. Now, as you can see here, what's happening is when I steer all the way over to the left, the steering centers again fine. When I steer over to the right, the steering's not going back to the center. It's hanging out on the right a little bit, which explains why the car's pulling to the right. Now, that's probably almost always the servo saver. So I guess the next thing to do is pull the servo saver apart, make sure it's tight, and see, maybe we can put a bit of glue on it if we need to make sure it's working. We'll get this steering working absolutely perfectly on the bench, and then we'll take it back out and see what we get. And so, jumping straight in, as you can see, I'm just taking out the servo. I've got to move the ESC that I precariously placed on the middle out of the way, pull out the servo, and as I sort of play around with this, there's no movement. There's just nothing. It seems really solid. So I tightened it up really tight. There's no way it's moving, and got it put back in. And then once I've sort of screwed it all in, got it all tight, I gave it a try. Exactly the same. Nothing changed. It just seems absolutely the same. But there's no movement in that servo saver whatsoever. So it has to be something else. And this time, guys, I thought I had it. I thought we fixed it. I found something glaringly obvious in hindsight. That's like a microscopic amount of throttle, and it is just not steering. It's just pulling. Look at that. What is going on? See, it's doing that thing again there. It's not returning the steering back to center. The gyro was actually backwards. Long story short, I share the transmitter with a bunch of cars. It was set up for a different car where the servo was upside down. I flipped it and blah blah blah. Anyway, I thought it fixed it, but as you can see here, it didn't. The steering will not return to center, and that's clearly the issue. I'm at a loss now, guys. I don't know what it is. I'm going to pull the servo out. I'm just going to replace the servo, and then we'll see. Well, guys, I tried. This is the only other servo I've got that works, well, that fits at least. But the thread is wrong. It doesn't fit. I can't get the servo saver on there. The thread doesn't fit, so it's not going to work. I don't really know what to do anymore. I had a look online to find out if anybody else had had this same issue, and a couple of people said it could be the receiver, the transmitter. I wasn't sure that would make sense, but at this stage I'm clutching at straws. So I fitted the original receiver transmitter, the original receiver ESC, kept the new motor in there. The same thing, you can see here that it's doing the same thing. So I've looked at the steering linkages, they're the same length. I've tried adjusting them just to see, no joy. Oh, I don't know at this stage. It's just, guys, let me put it out there to you guys. Can you help? What could this be? Anybody else who's got a Typhon Grom, if you experience this, stick a comment down below. Couple of things. Is there a replacement servo that you know of that works? Could it be the servo? Has anyone seen this issue before? Please drop a comment. I'm really keen to get this up and running.